Good morning, everybody. Hi, it's Wendy. I am doing a pre-recorded video today for you for our Tuesday talks, and I am so happy that you're here. You're tuning in to see what's going on and what we're talking about. For those of you that are new to the group, I'm Wendy, and I'm a holistic nutritional consultant, and I basically help people who struggle with their weight and have tried everything in the past just to get rid of that extra weight and lose a little bit. And, I just got a little frustrated and fed up and with gaining and losing weight over the years and just with nothing being able to stick properly. So this is who I help basically. I help a lot of people do a lot of different things. I also help with people that suffer from digestive issues, and I set up meal plans and recommendations, and I do live blood analysis and a lot of these other things as well. But my main focus is with the ladies and the gentlemen too that struggle a little bit more. I offer a program that is really helps clients to achieve their goals through a really five-pillar system, logically, nutritionally balanced foods, and really offering just a different approach to weight loss, and without ever having to ask my clients to give up the foods that they want to. So this is a really cool aspect of the program that I offer. So that's just a little bit about what I do. I do a lot of amazing things, and I have a lot of amazing programs. One of the ones that I'm really working on right now is called Rapid Rescue, and this one is going to be thrown out to everybody come September, and it's really a 6-week metabolic stabilizing solution that really helps people to jumpstart their weight loss efforts. It is intensive, and in this program I actually ask people to restrict a few things out of the diet just because this is what's hampering them from succeeding in their weight loss efforts as well. And for people that are struggling a little bit with their weight loss, and perhaps the doctors ask them to lose a little bit of weight because they need to go for surgery, or it's kind of a life and death situation too, because for people that have more weight to lose than others, sometimes it can be quite detrimental to their health. So for those people, this program is also, really perfect for. And like I said, it's a rapid rescue 6-week metabolic stabilizing solution, which really helps to really kick you in the pants to get you moving and get you on a very, you become very much into the habit of eating this kind of way, and really helps you to continue on with your weight loss efforts. So that's going to be coming out in September. So really stay tuned. I'm going to be talking about this a lot more. I think this is the first time when I'm, allowing you guys to hear about it first. So this is the first time I'm kind of saying anything about it, but it's a work in progress. And like I said, it's going to be rolling out in September. Today I am pre-recording this video because I've just got a busy day ahead of me, and I still have lots to do. July is here now, and this is a new month, and this is a very, very busy time for me. Really trying to, get, balance my time between being able to get in as much, family time and outside time, as well as work time too. So really working hard at being able to balance the two of those. So hopefully next week I won't be pre-recording it and I'll be live in the group, but today I'm pre-recording because my day is just so packed full of things to do. So that being said, because it's pre-recorded, please, if you have any comments or questions about what I'm talking about today, it's not a very heavy subject by any means. just tag me in the posts below in the comments, and I'll see it that way a lot faster. I do check in on the comments and see if anybody is watching and different things like that. But if you have any questions or comments about anything that I do, as well as the post that we're talking about today, just make sure my name is in there at Wendy. And I will get to it as soon as I can, because I'll see it a lot faster that way. So today we're discussing the early morning hours and ways to start your day off right. So I'm actually recording this right now, and it is 6:30 in the morning because I am doing this Breakfast Buddies Club. And typically I get up really early anyways because I really enjoy the morning hours. In our Facebook group, Transform Your Health with Wendy, this month we're doing what I call Breakfast Buddies. And it is all about getting up early in the morning and, see who's, having their breakfast with me. I typically get up about 5:15, 5:30, something like that. And this gives me the opportunity to have some really quiet time first thing in the morning. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I'm in my office right now, but my windows are open and I can look out into my backyard and I can hear all the birds singing. And I'm just a bit of a goofball, I guess, when it comes to stuff like that. I just love to hear the quiet and the birds singing, and it really allows my brain to really function really at premium level first thing in the morning, especially if I've had a really good sleep. So that's what we're talking about today. I really find, like I said, this a very magical time in the morning. And I started doing this actually just beginning of this year, getting up early and really finding my creativity and some really quiet time to be able to work and get stuff done that I need to get done first thing in the morning, especially when it comes to my work. And it's a perfect time for, creating some really cool morning habits as well. So especially now I get excited because of the summer here, and the sun is up so much earlier. I mean, in January, the sun still wasn't getting up until, goodness, 9 o'clock maybe. 8:37 maybe. So it was pretty darn dark for quite a long time. But I mean, that was my quiet time in the morning to be able to do things. But in the summer, because the sun is up so early in the morning, you can get outside, you can do things. I really love to get out and do and sit and have my coffee first thing in the morning. If it's warm enough. This morning the sun was coming up, but now I'm seeing that it's getting kind of foggy out there, so I imagine that brings a little bit of coolness, and as well as maybe a little bit of rain later today. And and the mosquitoes are a little bit bad, so having your coffee outside is not that feasible this morning, but it's just still a very, very magical time of day as far as I'm concerned. A lot of people really like to get up and do their exercise first thing in the morning as well. So having a jog or a walk first thing in the morning is really, really a nice way to start the day off right. You really start to boost your metabolism that way, and you get, really fill up those energy reserves for the rest of the day. As a yoga teacher, I've often taken my mat outside this time in the morning and just done a few beautiful sun salutations just to get things warmed up and get things excited and just, really wake up the body quite a bit. This time of the morning, we had the summer solstice there a couple of weeks ago. The 23rd, 21st anyways, of June. So the days are actually getting shorter and shorter. So it's a nice time of year to be able to just get out and enjoy this time, because it's going to be, before we know it, it's going to be that time where we're going to be just not, it's going to be darker and darker later and later in the time. So, as we go into the fall, it's going to be a little bit harder to get up and really get moving first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning too, I always like to have my warm coffee, and a lot more times than not, I have my bullet coffee or a variation of it. I always have my coffee with my collagen in it and a little bit of coconut oil, just to hold me over until I sit down and have a meal. So my first meal may be about 11 o'clock or even some 12 o'clock. So not quite an intermittent fasting kind of situation, but it holds me over. So, and still gives my brain the energy and the uh, fuel it needs to work properly first thing in the morning, without weighing me down too much. So, it's really important that we do have a very good breakfast. I mean, for those of you that are doing your intermittent fasting, that's fabulous. I really hope that somebody is watching over you while you're doing it. So you're making sure that you're doing it properly. This is one of the important things. So you're going to be getting the best benefits out of intermittent fasting that you can, because if you don't do it properly, then why do it? You're just starving yourself basically for no reason whatsoever, and to an actual detriment to your body, because um, eating too little food is not that good for you. And actually, that's going to be one of the discussions that we talk about later in the month as well, too. So understanding why not eating enough food is can be quite hurtful for the body as well. Um, Let me see here. Sometimes in the summertime, especially, the heat makes our appetite drop quite a bit too. So we don't have that desire for heavy carb loading. We don't have that desire for, 3, 4 meals a day, just because of the heat, if nothing else, because it's just so hard for the body to eat heavy meals like that too, because it actually makes us feel heavier, and we don't want to feel that heaviness and that extra heat in the summertime, because it is already hot enough. So, when you finish your morning walk or your run that you do first thing in the morning, you're all fired up. You can come back and have a nice bowl of yogurt and fruit, or a smoothie, or even just a nice fried egg sandwich or something along that line, something a little bit lighter, but something that's not going to be so heavy as an oatmeal or a big breakfast, which can be again, it can be a little heavy on the body, and weigh you down and make you kind of lose that energy that you've, revved up by getting up so early in the morning and doing your workout first thing in the morning. One of the other things too is, hopefully you're getting enough sleep, because, for people that get up early like myself, we really have to go to bed quite early in the evening too. And sometimes that's a little difficult because the sun is setting later, and you're going to bed at, when the sun is still awake. So sometimes that's kind of hard. I know I have those blackening out curtains that you can put out in front of the window. So that helps quite a bit too, because we have shift workers in the house. So I have those pretty much on every window in the house, just to give that opportunity for people that need to sleep throughout the day, or need to go to bed early or anything like that. So that's a really one of the cool ways that you can, just be able to get to bed a little bit easier. I know I really enjoy staying up late in the summertime, staying outside, enjoying the coolness of the evening, sometimes putting a fire on. This is always a lot of fun too, but unfortunately, and especially where I live, one of the big things that comes out in the evening as well is the mosquitoes, which makes it very difficult to stay outside. So we end up coming in the house. We're not big TV watchers, so going to bed early is quite easy for us a lot of times. We basically come to the conclusion why fight it. My husband and I, we both enjoy getting up first thing in the morning early, and we feel that it's a magical time. Like I said, it's a time that we can get a lot done. We enjoy the quiet. We enjoy the time to almost not relax, but just enjoy that really uh, meditative type time of the morning. Most mornings too. I mean, one of my favorite things, if this morning it seems to be a bit foggy out there, but one of my things that I really enjoy is taking my coffee and just sitting out on the deck, and we used to have a swing, just sitting out and swinging first thing in the morning. More times than not, there's no pests or no mosquitoes outside unless it's going to rain. So I know that there was a few out there this morning when I was taking my pictures. But taking out my hot coffee and, having my house coat on and just going outside and having a nice coffee out there is one of my more favorite things to do. Um, and I really try to take advantage of this time too. I mean, as the temperature drops later on in the year, as we get into September more, and the sun is rising later in the day, and we get more time to sleep, I still end up, because you get into that habit of, you still get up really early in the morning, but it's not quite the same as being able to do it this time of year when the sun is coming up and those birds are singing, and it's a beautiful way of starting things. Another good thing to start doing first thing in the morning, I mean, especially if you're going to be working out or whatnot, is, drinking your water. I always got to get that in there. You guys know that. I'm a big advocate for drinking your water, and I know you guys know you have to drink your water. So just taking it that one step further and maybe having a nice glass of warm water with lemon in it to give really a good boost to that metabolism, to increase your energy. And it really almost is an instantaneous kind of situation. I mean, not saying to give up your coffee unless you're doing a program with me, but have that warm water. I know after I have my coffee in the morning, I like to have uh, some hot water with apple cider vinegar and a little bit of ginger and a little bit of turmeric and honey in it. Sometimes I don't have the honey, I just have my stevia in it. And this is a really good way to bring some alkalinity to the body as well. So um, something that's to consider first thing in the morning too, and it really helps to liven up the body and get everything's moving first thing. So, what I really want to know is what your current habits are, if any. I mean, are you one of these type of people that go to bed late and then struggle to get up in the morning? Are you having difficulty sleeping? Are there um, ways that, we can discuss that might be able to help you with that as well? So I know later on in the month too, let me see here, on the end of the month, we're going to be looking at sleeping and how we're struggling with it and whatnot, and really how we can look at that, fixing that naturally. But for now, I mean, if you are a morning person, if you really love getting up early in the morning and you love that time, you're going to have to go to bed a little bit earlier, even just to get the 7, 8, or 9 hours sleep, whatever, even 6 hours sleep. You're going to have to go to bed when it's still light out. It's just the way it is. If you want to have that beautiful time in the morning and, really start some really beautiful, healthy habits. I mean, this is something that is incorporated into a lot of the things that I promote, which is healthy habits within their lifestyle, as well as food and um, mindset healthy habits. But one of the lifestyle ones is to get the proper sleep that you need. And when you go to bed early, um, you can get up rested and feeling great, and being able to head into your day without too much trouble. And you feel that you can be prepared. You're not sluggish, you're not running behind, you're not late, you're fired up, you're ready to go to take on the day with that increased energy and that vitality, and everything that you need to be the best that you can be throughout the day. So this is really one of the um, rewards that you can get from being able to, plan your time wisely, as well as, so going to bed early, shutting off the TV a little bit early, winding down, and then being able to get up first thing in the morning without too much trouble. Um, So sorry, I'm just reading my notes here, making sure I've got everything. And helping to implement some really incredible changes in your life, you can get into the habit of, getting up early. I, of course, I'm just speaking for myself, but I know of a lot of people that this is um, one of the most productive and creative times, especially for people that work like I do. It's a time that I can get a lot of stuff out of my head and onto the paper. I become very creative. My brain is working at premium capacity at this point, and this is when I'm the most creative. This is when my words flow easily. This is when my ideas come, just out of nowhere. And it's really one of the more, I call it my magic time. My mentor, uh, I have a couple of them, and they both are very much an advocate of this magical time, and they call it magical time as well. But it's those few moments where you are the best that you are during the day. Your time might be a different time during the day, but if you can tap into that and figure out when your best time is, then you can make the most of that time and really devote it to whatever it is that you need to be doing. And especially if you find yourself asking the question, I just don't have time for it. This is the opportunity for you to really dive into, exploring getting up early in the morning and seeing what a difference it can make in your life. Again, I'm just personally speaking, but it has made a phenomenal difference in my life. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that topic today. Like I said, it's a bit light today, and it's really, and just giving you an opportunity to perhaps explore something a little different. Um, because if one thing isn't working and you find you're struggling with something in your life, trying something new is an opportunity for you to see if that will work for you. And what is that old saying? Oh, I'm terrible with things off the top of my head. But if you continue doing the same, it's not an exact quote, but if you continue doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same results, that's the definition of insanity, I think, something along that lines. But if you try something different, it can definitely, switch things up and try something new. That's all I'm offering you here, is just try something new. If you join us over in our online community group, our Transform Your Health with Wendy, all this month we are doing what I've called breakfast buddies. And during this whole month, we're exploring all about this magical time during, and all the different aspects that go along with it. So we're talking about food, of course, because that's what I do. And we're talking about sleeping, because, you can't, talk about getting up early in the morning without talking about sleeping. We're also going to be exploring what is known as a 5 a.m. club. So I'm going to be tapping into and accessing outside help for this one, but it's a very, very cool way to start the morning. And another way is, and something that I've done personally, is called Perfect Day Formula from one of my mentors. We're going to be discussing a lot of that as well. And then near the end, I'm going to be asking the question, coffee, tea, and you can just fill in the blank. So we're going to have a little fun with that at the end. And just looking at a few different things as far as that goes. Typically a month has 4 weeks, but because of the way it jumps around and everything else, I've got 5 different sessions because there's 5 different weeks in July. So we're going to have lots of fun with that. So yeah, you can head over to our Transform Your Health with Wendy Facebook page and, sign up. It's a private page and we have a lot of fun, but we also discuss a lot of things that are very pertinent, and you actually get a chance to, talk to me a little bit more on a personal level if this is something that you desire. I also have, well, it's over now because it's the 2nd of July, but every month I have a little birthday gift for people that are in my group. And so I'm going to be looking at people that have their birthdays in August next and offering a little gift for them at the beginning of the month. So, there's kind of really some cool benefits to coming over to our group. The least of the matter, I mean, is having a community of like-minded individuals all coming together and, with the same kind of frame of mind, with the same kind of questions, with the same kind of desire to learn the things that I can offer. So this is something pretty cool. So I'm just going to go over the rest of the talks that we have for the rest of the month. Let's see here. On the 9th, we're going to talk about if you're addicted to your phone, because I know a lot of you are, including myself from time to time. But it's something that, we have to really look at a little bit further. Let's see. We're going to explore the effects of undereating and how detrimental it can be to your health. Because I know I was even talking the other day with my brother-in-law, and he was, well, I've gained a little bit too much weight, so I got to, cutting my servings in half. And I just kind of shook my head because, I don't offer too much unsolicited advice unless people ask me. But I did tell him, I said, it's not going to help your weight. It's really not. If you want to lose some weight, you got to eat more. And he kind of looked at me with that, like a deer in a headlight kind of situation. But, I didn't go into it much further. I'm going to wait for him to come to me. So, these kind of things, you just really have to know a little bit of the science behind it, and that's why we're going to talk about that. So undereating is not going to help you lose weight if that's your goal, and we'll talk about that, and we'll really look at why and how it actually can really hurt you quite a bit. And on the 23rd, we're going to, no, that's what we're going to be talking about, the undereating on the 23rd. Yes. And then again on the 30th, we're going to be talking about sleeping, and if you struggle with your sleep, and how we can look at things, natural things, to really help you with that. So hopefully you have a wonderful day. It is the 2nd of July. I'm still in my red from Canada Day. Yay! So proud to be Canadian. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. You can always connect with me on Facebook through the different avenues. Inbox me. You can email me, wendy@twosoulsyoga.com. Even throw me a little text on Facebook, whatever it is that you need. Just make sure if you're putting posts in the group or on the page itself that you tag me in it so I can see it. And if you're asking questions, so I don't miss them. I get a lot of people connecting with me, and sometimes, unfortunately, they get lost a little bit. So just make sure that you're, tagging me in those posts, and so we can get together and discuss what it is that you need to discuss. So have a wonderful week and a wonderful day, and make sure you put that sunscreen on, and enjoy the weather. It's supposed to be a phenomenal week this week, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Take care.